place.
Flores, turn this up. Thank you very much.
I had 3 more seconds, and I have the whole thing. I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show from Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex. On air at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Online at kernradio.com. Now, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can download that Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us on the go wherever you are. Plus, also streaming live on YouTube. Head over to YouTube right now and just search up Kern Radio, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Come along with us live every single day. We're also on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR? We have a great program for you lined up today. We do have guests in the studio. Houchin Blood Bank is going to stop by. An urgent call out for blood donations as a pile up this morning on the 58. We'll talk about both of those in just a second, but Houchin will be in studio to tell you about the urgent need and what they do need. We'll also bring up Minneapolis. I've tried to not talk about it as much as I can this week, and it's Tuesday, and I couldn't make it any further. So we will break down Minneapolis and what is going on. I did hear the interview yesterday with Ralph Bailey and Howard Marcus. And I'll say, and Ralph eventually got to it was two things can exist at the same time. We can both be right and wrong, and I'll get into that discussion as well. And we'll attempt to get to the NFL. Or Chris and I will we be up in the Bay Area for Super Bowl week? We'll let you know. All of that coming up. And if you guys want to chime in at any time, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. We're broadcasting live from the Kern Radio studios. It's powered by Adaptive Networks for all your IT needs. I saw Ryan around here earlier fixing something. Call Adaptive Networks, 661-241-0638. That's Adaptive Networks for all your IT needs. They take care of ours. Like I said, I was just saw the owner cruising the hallways earlier with our engineer, taking care of something, and that's what they do for us, and that's what they can do for you as well. Get to that accident. Who drove in the fog this morning? Everybody has asked me at least, hey, how bad was the fog? And I have to apologize. I live half a mile. What is that?
But we could still see it.
But okay, and I'll be even more honest. By the time I get to work,
okay, yeah, no, for you it wasn't that bad. For me, it was bad.
I bring my butt in about 9-ish, very end on the ish. So by then, the fog is kind of burned off by then. And I'm literally right around the corner. That's what I keep telling people. I'm not a good judger of the fog when it comes to driving in it. I don't. And a lot of you shouldn't either, from a lot of the videos I saw online this morning, people driving on, and it was terrible, especially parts of the east side. And that's what we'll get to with the crash on the 58. Still not sure how many vehicles in total were involved. There's anywhere from reports of 15. I've heard all the way to upwards of 40 vehicles involved in the crash this morning on the 58. I was trying to figure out, is it open? If anybody knows as of this time, has anything opened up? I know there was no estimate along as far as what time they were going to try to get that open, but if you have to go that way, I would assume that they're still in the process of getting all of those cars cleared. But you guys call in and tell me, how bad was the fog on your side of town? 661-842-5376. Again, I drove down the street and it seemed bad. Our buddy Jay from down the hall was talking about, he drove from his house, and I'm not going to tell you where he lives, but it's kind of from that direction.
Let's just say this: work needs fog delays.
And that's what I was going to get into. That's what a lot of people started asking is, hey, at what point is it kids get a 2-hour fog delay? At what point does work say, hey, you know what? Maybe you can take a 2-hour delay as well, especially if you're like at a let's say you work at a grocery store or something. Obviously somebody's there. And if it's just as bad for you to drive to work, I would assume that it's just as bad for them to drive from work. They get a little overtime. Somebody sleeps in a little bit more. It keeps everybody safer. But you guys slow down. That's another problem. Slow down in the fog and turn on your headlights, not your high beams.
Please, God.
Not your high beams. And don't rely on your car's automatic headlight system to kick your headlights on for you. Turn on your headlights. I know it doesn't help you so much see through the fog, especially if you turn on your brights. It makes it worse, but it's so other cars can see you. And I still haven't got the answer to the question, do you drive with your hazards on? That was a big thing too. I see a lot of people lately have been driving with their hazards on in the fog, and I've gotten different answers to that. Some people say yes, you can see the flashing light more than you can see just the solid still brake lights or tail lights on the car. But at the same time, then I argue I see flashing lights and I think the car is stopped or broken on the side of the road, and then it makes me question whether or not I'm in the right lane.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all very confusing out there. If you don't have to get up and drive in the morning in the fog, don't. If your work does not understand that, I'm sorry. If it's not safe, just make the better judgment. School's called 2 hours. My daughter goes to a private school, so we don't technically have fog delays because everybody's responsible for getting their own kid to school. But there is a thing in place that says if you don't feel comfortable to drive, if you don't feel safe to drive, then go ahead and stay home until you think it's safe, and we'll respect your judgment as a parent. The beauty of private school. School. What happened?
You can't give that grace to normal people.
No, because there's people that are just, especially if you let the kid decide.
Exactly.
They'll never make it to school.
No.
Unless it's my daughter who's like, we're going to be late. We're going to be late. I'm like, the late bell, the first bell doesn't even ring for another 20 minutes, kid. We're 3 minutes away. You're fine. We're going to be late. I can't have a tardy. Only my kid. Seriously.
Oh, and a caller just called in with a very good point. Also, don't tailgate people.
Don't tailgate. Give each other plenty of space and slow down. And don't drive.
Trust your brakes.
And don't drive if you don't have to. It's very simple. Those 3 tips will save you, but unfortunately, the big pileup did occur this morning. We'll talk about the urgent need for blood that Ouch and Blood Bank has put out. They are going to stop by after the break and tell you exactly what they need, not just from this morning's accident, but there was already blood shortage with all of the weather that was going on back east. And American Red Cross, I believe, also putting out a call for blood shortages. So not only just nationwide there's a call for blood, but here locally with this morning's accident, there's also a dire need for blood here just locally for your neighbors. And so if you have that, the Iowa say now their slogan is, and I think it's right here on my shirt, when you give, people live. I've tried to throw this one at them before. They haven't ran with it. If you have it in you, give. Get it? Because we all have blood in us. So we all should be never mind. It's probably why it hasn't worked for Halcyon either. But they'll be in after the break to talk about the need for blood. The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick locally before we get to the break. Remember, I think it was just yesterday, I was talking about the La Mirage Hotel on Union Avenue that just had another fire over the weekend. And I jokingly said, what is this, 6, 7 times? No, JR, it's actually 20 times. 20 fires at this one hotel on Union Avenue since January of 2020, over the last year. That means more than once a month, the Bakersfield Fire Department has had to show up at this one vacant hotel on Union because homeless people have set fire to it. And depending on, I've been getting into conversations, I'll say, with people on social media. Homelessness advocates are upset at the way that City Councilman Zach Bashir Tash and myself and others are calling for a change or more, I should say, to be done. And their solution is always affordable housing, poverty, people down on their luck. I get that part of it. Go watch my social media. I've made plenty of posts today about it. But the people that are burning the La Mirage and the criminals, they need to go to jail. I'm sorry. They don't need to be at the mission taking up valuable resources for somebody that wants help. That's just the facts of it. This hotel has burned, and yesterday, and I don't ever want to take credit for why local media picks up a story, but it just so happens that I said yesterday on this radio station, on this show, that nobody even cares anymore. I didn't see one story about it. Nobody even mentioned it. Well, KGT ran a story last night at about 7:00 that said, yes, JR, in fact, this hotel has burned many times. And it's actually, according to Bakersfield Fire Department, 20 plus times in the last year. What are we doing to fix that? And I know, there's a list of buildings that are going to get torn down in the city, and this one is supposedly on it. Look, we already tore down the 7-Up building. If it's the owner, we know he's in compliance with everything. Obviously, the hotel's burned 20 times in the last year. I think it's pretty safe to say we should just knock down the structure already. And if the owner comes and complains, we'll fine him, and he'll end up having to pay us anyways. Gosh. Outside of Cindy, I am tired of being the voice of reason in this community. Chris, get me to a break. My goodness. We're all tired. We're all tired. And I'm not mad at those advocates for affordable housing and those that work in the homeless sector that treat and provide services for those people that are down on their luck. Don't take it that way, because I admire your work. Your work is needed. But on top of that, so are all these other things. Not just a comfortable bed to sleep in. I'll calm down. Houchin's going to come up. Speaking of blood and blood pressure, Houchin blood bank is going to come by. That's how I know I have good blood pressure. Every month that I'm in there giving, they check my blood pressure for me, and it's perfect. The folks from Houchin Blood Bank will stop by, tell you about the urgent need for blood after this morning's accident. We will discuss Minneapolis, how everybody can be wrong and everybody can be right at the same time. It's the JR Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show. Weekdays from 3 till 6 p.m.
Zach Bashertatch's stock just went soaring in my mind after the display he put on last night. Things aren't getting better, Andre Gonzalez, Bob Smith. Andre Gonzalez expects us to not believe our lying eyes and think things are getting better. They're not, and we need to change course.
On News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
It's Monday, one of the hardest days of the week. No, not because it's return to work, because I have to wait so long just to be able to get into the stockyard. You don't know what the stockyard is? It's at 2525 F Street. It's a little speakeasy whiskey bar right next to Casey's Steakhouse from the folks that brought you Casey's Steakhouse. Knock on the door, ring the doorbell. They're going to ask you what's the password. Tell them why not JR. Be prepared to be transported through time. You're going to go back to the Prohibition era. There's all kinds of little secret doorways to go through. You're going to love this place. Maybe you're going out on a date with your significant other, trying to get a quiet evening in. This is the perfect place to do that. Not only can you get specialty cocktail drinks, but you can also get some of the food and appetizers from Casey's Steakhouse. Maybe you want some steak bites. Maybe you want a shrimp cocktail. They can get that for you. All at the Stockyard Whiskey Bar Speakeasy, 2525 F Street. Stop in, ring the doorbell. When they ask the password, tell them, why not JR? It's the Stockyard, 2525 F Street.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Always welcome.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Need to get TurboTax free edition.
Okay.
You qualify at
Nice,
turbotax.com/free. No schedule except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit. Schedule 1A.
The Armstrong and Kenny Show, weekdays noon to 2 on
Welcome
News
to the
Talk
team.
96.1
We'll throw you right into the
and
fire
AM
there.
1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
I got the sweater. That maroon sweater is my favorite sweater. Right now, it's my favorite hoodie. Or that. If you want to stop in there, that'll work great. I like this. There we go.
Cool.
We're coming. Calm down. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Check us out online, currentradio.com. Streaming on YouTube. Head over there and look up Current Radio. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Come along with us live every single day on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Search Current Radio. I'm also there. JR Flores. Why not JR? As we've been discussing, a major accident this morning out on Highway 58. Houchin Blood Bank has put out an urgent need for blood. And here to discuss that is Gina Lidgett, right?
Salcedo.
Salcedo now. She just got married. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is with us. You're with the what is it? She gave me your title too. Creative Development Coordinator.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. And you're in charge of having to coordinate this urgent need for blood this morning. First, tell us what Houchin does before we get to the urgent need for blood in the community and exactly what you guys do need because of this morning's accident.
Absolutely. That's kind of my favorite thing to talk about Houchin because we're our only blood bank for Kern County. So anytime a hospital needs blood, anytime somebody has an emergency, that is supplied through Houchin.
Yeah.
And because we're local, it primarily stays here locally. Sometimes we do call out to the community to help support other areas, but Kern County is always our top number one priority. So we service Kern County first, and then we support other areas like for the ice storms, for example, across the country. But without what we do, we wouldn't be able to have, emergency blood. And in times like these, things would have to get imported or exported through Los Angeles and other blood banks throughout California and throughout the states. It takes longer to get here. And that just those minutes matter. We've been doing this this is our 75th year.
I know. That's what
Yeah.
I've been hearing. I get all the promotions. And as you can see, I have my fanny pack back
Yes.
there. I got the shirt on. I just was telling her in the break, the maroon hoodie is my favorite right now. It's perfect hoodie weather. And that one
Yes.
fits and feels just
So
so
soft on
nice.
the
It
inside.
is so
It's so
soft
nice.
on the inside.
Yeah.
I saw somebody the other day wearing one, and I told my nephew, I go, that is my favorite hoodie right now.
Yes.
And he's like, really? And it just had that big old Houchin logo on the back. It's my favorite one to wear.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, the 75th anniversary of being in town. So I know you guys got a ton of promotions with that coming up.
Yes.
But talk to me right now about the urgent need from this morning's accident here locally. What's going on?
Yeah, so that was just kind of a double whammy for us because with the storms that are hitting the other side of the country, blood gets imported and exported and moves around. And so that was going to really affect the imports that we were able to receive here.
Well, because yesterday you just put out the
Yes,
release.
we
That was
just
the
put that
call.
out.
Like the Red Cross put out a call. Hey,
Yes.
we're blood shortages. Not only do people
Yes.
need the blood, but there's people that aren't able to give blood that would normally be there. So we
Yes.
need other areas to help this area that's being ravaged by the storms. And so there was that call yesterday
Just
for the storm and everything. And then this morning.
Yes. And so then just on top of that, and it's just kind of funny because, California, we have more mild weather, especially here in the valley. So people are like, oh, we're doing good here. But then that fog, man, it's just rough. And so this morning on the 58, started off as a multiple 1 to 2 3-car accidents. And then as they were trying to get those accidents off the road because people couldn't see, it was just causing a huge pileup. So I know early this morning, they had closed down both sides of the 58 so that they could get emergency vehicles because it was, I believe it was westbound. And so they had closed down, it was eastbound. So they closed down westbound so that they could get emergency vehicles out there.
Yeah, cruise out.
Yeah. And then I believe it has been opened up going westbound now, but it's still, you just never know what's going on out there, especially there's still vehicles out there.
Oh, I'm sure the investigation is going to be ongoing.
There's
So
gonna
just
be
that
debris
area.
everywhere. So we're like, I know we've had a lot of our donors, we go to Tehachapi every month or every other month. And so a lot of our donors are like, I want to donate. I want to come by. And I'm like, be safe. Don't take the 58
Yeah, if
right
you don't
now.
have to, don't go through it.
We do have a blood drive scheduled in Tehachapi tomorrow.
Okay.
As long as the 58 is open and safe for us to travel through, we will be going there so we can facilitate and service our Tehachapi donors. Because I know, when things like this happen, especially close to home, we feel kind of helpless.
Yeah.
We want to know what can we do? What can we do?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the cool thing is that this is absolutely what you can do. And it's exactly what's needed because I know that they had several people injured from moderately to severe injuries. Thankfully, no deaths as of right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of those people with injuries, they're going to need blood transfusions. And on top of that, we have, regularly scheduled surgeries that have to happen. They need blood transfusions, any other emergencies. It's not even just focusing on facilitating for this emergency right now, but if we have empty shelves
and if something else happens
tomorrow,
right,
exactly, we need to make sure that we just stay steady and we have that steady supply for Kern County.
Yeah, and right now you guys are low across the board on blood.
Yeah,
blood.
we're pretty much empty. We're just trying to get as much as we possibly can out to the hospitals that are getting in those injuries today. So especially with the ice storms affecting us yesterday, we have empty shelves right now.
Yeah. So if you haven't given blood, what's the time frame right there? If you haven't given blood in how many was it?
Every 8 weeks.
Every 8 weeks.
Yes. So you can donate whole blood every 8 weeks, and you can donate platelets as well every week. So right now we need all blood types.
That's me.
Yeah, the platelet donor. I see it every time you donate platelets. I see your tag. I'm like, look at them go. So right now we desperately do need all blood types. Our biggest for emergencies is going to be our O blood types because they are the universal donors. So O negative is universal. O positive can be given to anybody who has positive. And then A positive is also in an urgent need because it's the second most common blood type. But we are taking any blood types. But if you're like, hey, I have a more rare blood type and I don't know if you guys need me, come and donate platelets. Because platelets are also a huge need. We'll take all whole blood, platelets, plasma. We'll just take all donations right now because they'll all get used.
And where can they make an appointment online?
They can make an appointment at hcbb.com.
hcbb.com.
Or they can just show up. We have all 3 of our locations. Yep, we have all 3 locations open today.
Bolt House, Truxton, and Oswell.
That's correct. Yeah.
I'm a walking billboard for Ouchin.
Yeah, that's right.
We got to get to a break. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank
we'll
you.
continue to get people in, I promise.
Thank you so much.
Got to get to a break. This is the JR Show. We'll be right back. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Do you see my... I missed my last appointment, I think.
Yeah, I manage our socials, so every single time you tag us, I'm like,
my mark on my arm, I think.
oh, do you?
I always have at least one.
Yeah,
because they always go for the left. It's just
I'm always the right.
On this
so.
side is always
Yeah, look at that. I got a big old vein right there. I haven't formed a callus yet, but because I was switching off.
Were you?
Well, yeah, and they're my coworkers, so they're like, I'm not using that arm, and I'm like, fine, but this is my good arm. They're like, I'm not doing that.
That's funny.
All right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course.
Really appreciate it.
Yes. You guys are welcome anytime. And then, like I said, I know you guys have a bunch of promotions coming.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
So if you need to just get a hold of me, Crystal knows how to get a hold of me, but if you guys need to get a hold of me.
Yeah, I can have her, or I can send you like our promotion for the week too if you bring it up later in the show.
Yeah, I get all the emails.
Oh, okay,
I'm on the email.
Like the PR list.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I get all the.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got the one yesterday, and then I saw the one this morning.
I know we're bombarded this week, but thankfully people really already in the call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Hotel on South Union Ave. Friday, say Bakersfield police who say they found fentanyl, meth, and cocaine plus a gun and $14,000. They arrested 60-year-old Chuck Deb, 34-year-old Sandra Slate, 21-year-old Esteban Valdivia, and 24-year-old Victor Mora, also 32-year-old Pedro Cabrera. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN Newsroom. News every half hour and breaks on AM 96.1 and 1180 KERN. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Where you guys at? Hold on. Plug you guys back in. I apologize. Plug you guys back in. I'm getting it. I got it. Hold on. We're coming.
At Bay Alarm, you can put your security insecurities to bed. Our advanced technology and
appreciate that, Tom. Ray, I'm retired now. I'll jump in there in the second, guys. I promise we'll get to the chats. Shout out to all of you guys. Wow, even all you guys participating. What's up, Jimmy Eggs? What's up, Ray? Mr. Loftus. Sergio. Mary. My boy, D-boy. Tom, I see all you guys. I see you guys. What's up, Chris Hort? Welcome back. It's the JR Show. I want to thank the folks for Ouchin Blood Bank for stopping by. But they're good vampires. Our community, right now, there's a desperate, urgent call for blood. As you've heard Gina say, with Ouchin, the shelves are practically empty of blood right now. And that not only means for those accident victims this morning on the 15th, night that might require blood, but that also means for people that are going to have surgery today that might require blood, cancer patients that might require blood, anybody, sickle cell patients that require blood, plasma and platelets, all these people that could potentially need blood today. And with the shelves being as low as they are, this is our opportunity to step in and help somebody, help our neighbors out, truly our neighbors, those that live in our community, help those people out today. You heard me talk about how I give platelets, do it about once a month. I was there about a week and a half ago. It's really, for me, it's about a 2-hour jaunt because they take the blood out and then they take out the platelets and then they put the blood back in, type of a situation. And I had never given blood before. And then I had caught, it was during COVID, was actually the first time that I had ever even thought about it, and just was like, okay. They were doing a call for plasma at that time for people that also had caught COVID. They had this thing that were, oh, if we take the plasma from people that have caught COVID and recovered and give it to those dealing with it, it could help them. And so I had went in and given it that at that point. And then I started kind of reading and understanding what platelets and plasma and blood is used for. And it really, really put a calling in my heart to just give as much as I could, especially when it comes to cancer patients in need of platelets, because I don't know if many of you know, I lost my father now, and it was just yesterday was the anniversary of his passing. It was 2009, so that's 17 years ago. I believe it's since my father passed, and he had to get transfusions, and now my sister goes through it. I know my cousin who had leukemia and had to get many transfusions. And so I think about just the people in my immediate circle that has had to rely on these on other people giving either blood, platelets, or plasma. And so I just felt an even more calling on my heart to step into that. And so it became like an annual thing, or a couple of months, or a couple times a year, where it was like, okay, I'm going to do this in honor of my dad. And every January I do this in honor of my dad in September. And now I'm there almost once a month. And my favorite part about giving, not only do I get to sit and just kind of either read my Bible, which I typically do, or I'll watch something on YouTube because they give us channels there. But my favorite part is the snacks afterwards. You get to have snacks, and the best snack in there, free La Rosa bars. That's the best part.
And to be honest with you, I'd be going to town on the Nutri-Grain bars.
And the Nutri-Grain. I'm not saying they gave me, for those of you watching on YouTube, they gave me this little fanny pack last time. And that's the other part. You get little things. You get a fanny pack. I got the nicest sweater I own, t-shirts. But this fanny pack may or may not have come out with a couple of snacks loaded inside of it. Last time I went, you got to watch me. I am a snack monster. Okay, I have a problem.
I can confirm this.
I have a problem. Chips are my weakness. But what?
I've seen you walk out with more candy than chips.
I know. But if it's a late night snack, trust me, I shouldn't admit this. I had a bag of Cool Ranch in bed last night. I was just talking. This is why I shouldn't eat sushi late at night, because 30 minutes later, I'm hungry again. Sushi does not fill you up. It does, but only briefly and momentarily. Speaking of which, that's my segue, because over sushi and after dinner conversation last night, we were discussing Minneapolis and what took place there over the weekend. And I've tried to not discuss it because I'm tired. And that's one of the things we discussed last night. The lady and I was, we're just tired. Human beings are not meant to carry all of this. We're just not. We're not meant to be fed these news cycles and these videos and images on a constant basis the way that we are. We're just not. And so we get stressed out and we get anxiety and all sorts of things. And we're tired. We're tired. I was listening to Ralph yesterday and Ralph Bailey and Howard Marcus. Ralph Bailey show comes on after this one every day at 3:00. Listen, watch on YouTube. And they were going back and forth of who was right and who was wrong and whether or not he should have been there in the first place and whether or not they should have shot him and whether or not all of those things. And all I could think of is both of you are right and both of you are wrong. And that can be true. We can go down the whole list and start from the very, very, very beginning, whoever side dictates the beginning. Whether or not he should have been there, whether or not there's stories floating around about a week earlier, he got into another scuffle with ICE in which he had a broken rib. He was known by the agents to be an agitator. And those stories are going to keep coming out trying to discredit Mr. Alex, what is it, Peretti? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I've heard it said in different ways. Neither side wants to take accountability for their actions in this. That's the problem with most of what's going on today, is neither side. Both of you could be wrong. Yes, it could be true. He should have never been there in the first place. Yes, you can say he was walking in the middle of the road, and I heard Ralph, and God love him, describe it as he was directing traffic, and that boy was not in the street directing traffic. He was trying to get a closer shot with his camera or whatever for a vice. That's what he was doing. But that's the thing is if you're on the other side, you don't want to admit that. You don't want to say, yes, that's what he was doing, because then that means he has to have some kind of accountability or responsibility for his death. But that's the case. He does. But so does ICE, because ICE could de-escalate. They could have stopped and walked away from it. They could have pepper sprayed him and left the lady on the ground and just got in their cars and left. Yes, I can say that too. I can say they shouldn't have shot him, but I can also say in the confusion of the moment and somebody yelling gun and a shot being shot, the first or second shot, I could understand the confusion and the chaos. But after everybody moves, the guy that stands over and shoots him multiple times after that, I can say is unnecessary. But nobody wants to back down from their side. Nobody wants to say, yes, we all are responsible for this. I can't even have conversations with people anymore because nobody is willing to admit those things. Nobody is willing to come back to the center. And so I get tired. I get frustrated. It's okay to say all of these things are true and factual. There's accountability and responsibility on both sides. We all can do better. And the real fact of the matter of it is we're all just the pawns in their game. They want us to fight against each other, and here we are, fighting against each other. It's sad, and I can say this too, it's sad that a man lost his life. Why is it difficult for us to do that now? Why can't I say something like he has some personal responsibility in his own death, and somebody look at me and say, JR, you're not compassionate. You're not this, you're not that. No, I am. He didn't deserve to die. I said it. But he also didn't need to be there to begin with, and I can say that too. I think we're all just tired, and the conclusion we came to last night is we're just not meant to carry all of this. We're not meant to deal with this much negative and stress and anxiety causing issues constantly fed to us. I'll take a break if you guys want to chime in. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KRN. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. You can also jump in the chat on YouTube. Just look up Kern Radio. I'll jump in there during the break, see what you guys are saying. You can also drop me an email if you want, jr@kernradio.com. But I'm just tired, and I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of you that are tired too. Coming up, we'll try to break down. We didn't get to the NFL games yesterday. We'll try to break down some of that. And whatever else is going on here. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back. Oh. All right, here we go. Let's jump in and let's start at the beginning, y'all. Let's start at the beginning. Hello, JR. What's up, Jimmy Eggs? Oh, we got that part. Why am I in your prayers, Ray Ray? Greetings to the homeless industrial complex. We know who you are listening. They are listening. They might not say it, but they're listening. Sergio, I have a mile from work. I took the 2 hours and made pancakes for my kids. Good for you, Sergio. Heck yeah. Do teachers get 2 hour delays when there's a 2 hour fog delay at schools? Did the teachers get that too? High northeast sun was out 9-ish. Bright and sunny up here. Yep. Hi, Andre. Hi, Bob. You think they're listening? You think they're watching? Regarding homelessness, recovering addicts may have the answer. I don't. Turn the hazards off. They do that in Mexico all the time when driving on side of road or something illegally. That's what I say. Highly recommended private, parochial, or homeschool. Save your kids from teachers union. I've seen teachers union evil true colors firsthand. El Mirage is good firewood for the homeless. Yeah, it is. Just trying to stay warm. Those good people that are just down on their luck. You know, there's no criminals out there. There's no mental health issue. There's no drug addicts. There's no any of that criminals. No, they're all just people that need affordable housing. Good God. Let's see. I had one principal tell me I had to be there on time or I'd be docked time. Then I had another one that told me be safe coming in, but don't roll up 2 hours after the students. And Bob Andre, Eric, to be security guards at La Mirage. When they say affordable housing, they mean free housing. And it's not affordable for us taxpayers, by the way. The criminal element has to be locked up because technically the parents could drop off their students. Teacher union is a branch of the education cartel. I won't tell them you said that, Serge. There's a vacant medical building near Memorial Hospital the vagrants have set on fire twice in a week. I believe it. You need a second hour each day of your show. We're going to work on that, Steve. This town can handle 2 hours of JR because change might actually happen. Good afternoon, Chris. Mary, I'll get back to you guys. No. Wasting our life. There go. Sorry. There's a little air drumming there. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Current Radio. Check us out online, currentradio.com, 661-842-5376. If you guys want to text in or call at any time, you can do so, and we'll read those on the air right now. Anything on the text board there, Sir Christopher? What you got? Oh, okay. My bad. Who you got? Rich, you're on the JR Show. What's on your mind, sir?
It's not about, I think everybody's fighting together. I think it's more like, let's call it confusion.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's we're all pawns in their game, Rich. They all want us just to keep fighting against each other so they can continue what they're going to do, and we play along. We fall right into the trap and just keep on arguing with each other, and feel like we're told to pick a side almost, and we do. And it's time that we just stop fighting with each other and say, no, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. We're all doing it wrong.
Right. And my wife was really frustrated because there's nothing we can do with it. He's trying to do everything he can to get away with whatever he can.
Yeah.
He's not going to come back as president and the 3 years I think he has. So he's going to do anything he can to get away with whatever he can and make money, put money in his pocket. Pretty much that's it.
And to be honest, Rich, they're all doing it. All of the politicians are doing it, unfortunately. That sucks. Yeah, no problem, Rich. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for listening, man. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. What's on the text board?
Blood cannot be made in a lab. It can't be created by robots or computers. There is no such thing as synthetic blood. Blood has to be donated by humans to save other humans. That's why when people give, people live.
That's right. Or my slogan, if you have it in you, because we all do. Is that a little long? Is that what it's a working title? It's a working slogan there, Chris. If you have it in you, get it? Because we all have, never mind. 661-842-5376. What else, sir?
Did you see the question in the chat about needles? Sorry.
Needles?
Yeah, there was a question apparently in the chat about it.
About needles? No, I didn't get that far down. What about needles? I missed that part. I'll jump in there right now and take a look around. But what do you mean by needle? I don't know. Is there a lot of needles around? I haven't seen it. I haven't witnessed needles. Oh, needle, like you're scared of needles for giving blood? Or a lot of hypodermic needles around because of the homeless? We got multiple topics going on here. You're going to have to be a little more specific. I'll jump in the YouTube chat here in a second. Anything else on the text board, though, before I do, sir? Let me move. Bongos for Christmas. My resolution for the last 2 years, I think or at least since I've had a guitar, was to learn how to play the guitar. And I maybe learned a couple chords in the last 4 years. So if you got bongos and you're playing bongos, hey, props to you. I'll learn to play the bongos. I got skills, drums. I started playing drums in 4th grade, so I got a little bit of skills in the drums. Anything else on the text machine there? I believe the needles question, at least me looking back at the text chat or the chats in the YouTube, is ask the blood bank if they can use butterfly needles to donate blood. I can't handle the big needle they use. I will ask them. I will send them a message, and I will get back to you on that one because I don't know. Is it that you're scared of needles, or do you have thin veins that can't handle the big needles? But I will find out exactly if it's butterfly needles or regular. But again, the urgent need for blood is there's a call out. The shelves are practically empty at Houchin. They are the only local blood bank in town to supply hospitals in need, not only for, like I said, the accidents this morning and the pileup on 58, but also just patients, everyday patients that might need blood, whether it be people going in and out of surgery or dealing with any kind of medical issue. So get in if you are. It's an 8-week window, I think, for blood. So if you've given blood within the past 8 weeks, you might not be eligible, but that shouldn't stop you at least. So just look up Houchin online. I believe it's HCB, and either set up an appointment or get into one of their from Bolt House, Truxton, and mine is usually the Truxton location. So you guys will catch me in there from time to time. Anything else on the text board before I leave for the day, sir? We all good? All right. Tomorrow I'll be over at I shouldn't even tell you guys. I guess we shouldn't. There's a soft opening for the basement. Did you get in trouble? You brought it up on the air over there, and Steven gave you the side eye. There's no soft opening for the basement no. What are you talking about? Woolworths? No, not tomorrow. Don't go, because if you don't have a ticket, you can't get in. And if you weren't invited, you can't get a ticket. So there's that. And maybe I'm not supposed to talk about that, but there is a grand opening happening on Monday. Or is it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday, January 31st. And you can get tickets for that if you just go. I don't even know how. Just go to the basement at Woolworths. Yeah, this Saturday? Okay, yeah, this Saturday is the grand opening of the basement at Woolworths. So get out there and check it out. And not only that, but if you want to sign up, if you played in our golf tournament in the past, the sign up is now open for the Honor Flight Open. Let me grab that way over here. Got to reach for things around here. Saturday, March 23rd. It's a Monday. That'll be out at the Bakersfield Country Club, as it typically is. Sponsorships are available, players, donations, all available. Go to honorflightopen.com, honorflightopen.com. If you guys have joined us in the past, get up and sign up now, as we'll be out there again, raising money for Honor Flight. It's all brought to you by Subaru, Sangera, Subaru, and the AGM Community Partner. The proceeds will go towards Honor Flight, Kern County, staying here locally, helping send our veterans back to Washington, D.C. To see their memorials. So go sign up at honorflightopen.com. Ralph will be out there hitting golf balls for you. It's a good time. Chris will be out there. We'll all be out there. You guys come out and join us for that. Chris, what is there? 4 vacancies left in the NFL? 4? NFL? Raiders. I thought there was one more still.
Bills got taken care of this morning.
Who'd they hire?
They hired their offensive coordinator, Joe Brady.
Okay, they kept it in-house.
They did, yeah.
Not bad.
This is also the guy who coached Joe Burrow when he was at LSU, so he knows what he's doing with a good quarterback.
Now, the problem is, though, what do they believe their issue was? Do they believe their issue is offense or defense? Because if they believe that something was wrong with the offense this year, and that's why they did.
I don't think Terry Pagula, owner of the Buffalo Bills, knows at all
what the problem is. Why they?
I think he's making every one of these decisions based on emotion, and he's an idiot for it.
What it is the problem is they are the Bills. They either don't know how to win in the playoffs, and they definitely don't know how to win Super Bowls. That's the name. That's the problem. Doesn't matter. You can bring what's his name? What's the co-coaches? Mark Levy? Is that what his name is? Yeah. You can bring him back, and Jim Kelly. It's not going to make a difference. You're still the Buffalo Bills. But the Raiders, I told somebody the other day, we could bring back Jesus. We could bring Jesus in to coach that team. It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, it's excitement. You hear the Chris. We could bring Jesus in to coach, and my hopes still wouldn't be high. I gotta get out of here for the day. Make room for the Ralph Bailey Show. This is the JR. Dad loves you. Whoa, almost lost you guys there. Hold on. Hold on. I'm all tangled up, guys. Give me a second. But you guys be good to each other. I got to get out of here.
Of fear of death.
Who has a fear of death?